Shanti, peace to you, peace to me. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Peter and I want to talk about hope today. Hope. And in particular, Ilchi Lee mentions it in his 120-year book. Hope is a powerful pill. Now, some people are saying that hope is not good. And there's always a dark and a light side to everything. So if you're just living perpetually in hope and not actually doing anything to change anything, but you're just hoping that it's going to change, that's not good hope. That's not good, because nothing's going to change. You have to get up and do something for yourself, but you can do anything if you have a positive hope. You can overcome any difficulties. So, for instance, I didn't sit here and hope, oh, I'm going to become a musician, and just hope, because that's not going to work. You have to put the actions in and the move towards that position without any attachments or goals, but just keep moving towards that position. I am a musician. I am a musician. I am a musician, and moving towards becoming a musician. And that really did succeed for me, because I loved the life that I lived. It was short, 10, 12 years maybe, but it was good and it was fun, and I learned so much, not only about myself but other people, and my hope was there, burning inside of me. So I can do this. I just knew inside of me. So the hope was to keep becoming a musician. And now this really has moved into other aspects of my life. Is the hope is there that we can all start to grow and prosper and empower ourselves with knowledge as human beings. We can all have that hope. And people say, oh, you're just a hopeless dreamer, hopeless dreamer. Well, yes, we can all take that attitude on, and the world carries on and starts declining further and further rapidly down the plug hole. So I don't want to take that attitude on, and I never have done. And people say, well, you're a hopeless dreamer, nobody's going to listen to you and all that. It's not me, it's actually a vibration that comes into you. And I see that now. I see all these great people like Ilchi Lee and Sadhguru, Alan Watts, who was a great public speaker talking about the ancient scripts. All these wonderful people who are just tapping into an energy and sharing it. That's all it is. And once more of us start to tap in, doesn't have to be all of us, it can be a small percentage, say 5-10% of people can tap into this higher energies, then we can really make an enormous change on this planet vibrationally. And once the vibration starts to lift, then you will see all this darkness, which is already coming to the surface now, which is why it's called the apocalypse, the lifting of the veil. I've got a video on that on this channel. It's just lifting the veil, and you're starting to see all the corruption, all the mismanagement and the abuse of power that many people have had over hundreds of years now. Family dynasties have been doing this. And you see, no more, we don't want this anymore. What's the matter with all of us? Why are we sitting there watching these people do this to us? No more, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing this game anymore. You withdraw your consent, and you also withdraw yourself out of the matrix as best you can. Keep moving away, and then start creating something more positive over here. And once this starts to grow, which it is enormously, there's enormous communities now growing who are saying, no, we're not putting up with this anymore. What's the matter with you? You'll see the world changing, and that all comes from the spark of hope saying inside of me, saying, I know we can do this. And the hope has always been there. It's not a hope of sitting there. At first it was the hopeless dream of sitting there just preaching at everybody, going, well, we should all be doing this, we should all be doing blah, blah, blah. No. Just do it. Just do it. And you will see the changes. Personally, the enormous changes in my life was going from a big meat eater to firstly a vegetarian, which was an enormous change. I remember the last hot dog I had when I was going to see Chelsea FC, when I was an avid football fan. I don't do that anymore, but I used to. That's the human being that I used to be. And I remember eating that last hot dog going, I don't really want to be putting this in my body. All this white flour is probably bleached with all these onions that have been sitting in some horrible oil for hours, and then this hot dog, and I ate it, didn't digest it very well because of the intention I put on the food. Was going, I know this is bad, but I'm going to eat it. I didn't want all the ribbing from my friends. And then after that I walked away. I hardly went to football again after that, and gave up meat and stopped eating meat. But that was an enormous conditioning that I needed to get over, and it got down to tiny little specks of mincemeat in my spaghetti. Those little tins of spaghetti I used to get. They're tiny little bits of mincemeat, and that was I need to get that inside of me because the protein. And then once I'd stopped taking one of them once a week, then once every 2 weeks, then once a month, and then once every 2 months, and I realised I didn't need to take it at all. There's enough protein in the rest of the food that I was eating without eating any animal products. Well, meat I should say. And then the next time it came around to another big change, the hope inside of me was to become a vegan. And we had a recipe book that we were writing at the time. Everything was cheese. Everything was cheese, and we love cheese. Oh my goodness, love cheese. And then we took a course called Shim Sung, which is from the body and brain practice, and finding your true self. That's what it's all about. We found our true selves, my wife and I. We became vegan like that. Bang. The food quality and taste went through the roof once we went vegan. The variety in foods went through the roof when we went vegan. The different amounts of foods that we eat is just incredible, and the flavours. And we're trying to grow now herbs in the garden, so you always got fresh herbs coming into the plate, and everybody who comes around and has something to eat with us go, oh, this is great food, gorgeous food. It's because it was the beginnings of the hope inside of me to want to become a vegan, but realising that was a very difficult path, and it slowly came on, and then I became a vegan. And the same with heavy drinking. As a musician, it's taken a long time to get out of that habit of heavy drinking, and now I can sit there and have one beer and not have the need to have 20 and then follow it up with a bottle of Jack Daniels. Oh my goodness, what I did to this poor body, I do apologise. So it's the hope inside of you that we all need, and it drives us forward. But it's not a hope that just sits there and you're just hoping things are going to change. You need to drive that hope. You need to take that somewhere. You need to find what you're passionate about and drive it into the place that you want to be. And then you start to create the life that you want, and we all want that for you. And then you start to create the community that you want and the relationships that you want, and everything starts to get brighter and better. That's what we want, yeah? Good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please like and subscribe. Please make a comment if you got anything to say about this, and I'll see you in the next video. Sarang Hamida.